Hey everybody, happy Thursday evening. Welcome to Raincross Farms Makery. I am Robin. Behind the computer, behind the camera is my husband Bill, and we are coming to you from just outside of Lewiston, Idaho. So welcome everyone. We are glad to have you here. I just came running up the stairs, running down the stairs. I ran up the stairs, turned off the air conditioner, ran down the stairs because it makes so much noise because the machine is just right around the corner here. We're down in our basement in our craft studio, and we have a fun project tonight. It's part 2 of our tiered tray project. So when you are here and settled, hopefully you have your dinner or a snack or a beverage. And I'm going to take just a second to pull this live up. Ooh, we are 2 away from 1600. Okay, that's me. So I'm going to pull that up so I can see if anybody's here watching. So if you are, and there is a red box up here that says live, you're watching us live. If it's not there, it's okay. You're watching the replay, and we'd really love it if you would comment #replay so we know that you were here afterwards. So again, welcome. And if you are familiar at all with Facebook Live demonstrators, you've probably heard us ask that you would love our page, follow our page, sprinkle our video out to your page, to craft groups that you belong to, friends that you think might find this interesting. This helps us as helps us get noticed by Facebook. So Facebook sees, oh, look at all that. People are liking them and sharing them. They must have some quality stuff. And then Facebook, we must be awesome. Then Facebook will start pushing us out to other people, uninvited, whatever. Anyway, so we would sure love it if you would do any of these things. We also have stars activated. We appreciate any of your support. Set that aside. And let's see if anybody's here. Okay, not yesterday, but the day before, we started our tiered tray project. And this is, we assembled the tiered tray. So this was all in pieces, and it was white. It's whitewashed wood, and I took some antiquing wax and went over the surface, kind of toned down that bright white. And then we have a transfer. We kind of cut it up, but we have a stencil design that we chalked on the top and bottom of the tray so it looks so fancy. We did that in shimmer copper. So now we are ready to make some of the little goodies to put on our tray. I don't know. Howdy, Ken. Long time no see. We have... if you're like me, you've seen tiered trays and you like them, but you think, oh, I have no idea what to put on it. Where do I buy it all at once? Do I start saving up? And anyway, when Chalk came out with this, I was so excited because you can get one piece, all the pieces. It's just awesome. So of course I got all the pieces. So this is the tray itself. So I'm going to set that off to the side for right now. And another little set that comes with this. We are not going to do this tonight, but these are the autumn tiered tray cutouts. So we have a little pumpkin, we have a leaf, and we have an acorn. And we, of course, have a transfer that goes with these so that you can chalk these up real fancy. So here we've got the acorn and the pumpkin and the leaf, and then we've got a couple of background patterns too. So you can use this on the cutouts. They're sold separately, or you can just use this on anything. You can ink it on a t-shirt. You can put it on cardstock and cut it out and make a little banner. Anyway, we are not going to do these tonight, so this will be part 3, but I wanted to show them to you. This is what we are going to do tonight. We have this transfer of a gazillion different autumn words, autumn pictures, a little wagon and it's got apples in it, or you could trade that out for pumpkins, or you could trade that out for leaves. We've got a pie. We've got all kinds of cute little autumn phrases and words. So we are going to use this on the Essentials kit. Let's see. Just busy. Good. Well, just busy. It looks like you're busy with grandkids. Is that right? That's a good kind of busy. So I hope you are a good kind of busy. So the Essentials kit comes with these 5 things. So you get this little block, which is made to look like a book stack, where you take 3 books and stack them up. But it goes all the way around, so you could do a couple different sides if you wanted to. So we've got the little book stack piece. We've got a little frame, a little box frame. And you could, it's not meant to be 2-sided, but you could put something on that side too. And we have this little frame, this little stand-up frame on a little mini chalkboard. And it stands up, and that could be 2-sided if you wanted to. And this little mini cutting board, cute. And again, that could be 2-sided. So if you can't decide exactly what you want, you could put 2 things on. And then this has got to be the cutest thing, the little mini rolling pin. So this is the project we're going to do tonight. We're going to do these 5 pieces, and we're going to get them all cute so they're ready to go on our tiered tray. How does that sound?
Wonderful.
How is everyone's week going? Are you glad it's Thursday? You just have one more work day, and then you get the weekend. Do people still work Monday through Fridays?
Every
Jobs?
day is work day for me.
Every day's a vacation for you too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to paint this up because I didn't want this stark white, so I really don't want these stark white either. So we're going to paint this up. It's super paintable, a super paintable surface. You don't have to. You could leave it white. You could stain it, or like I did with this, I stained it with my antique wax. But we're going to actually paint this up, and we're going to use some Autumny Colors. If you are interested in any of these pieces, there's 6 pieces. There's the tiered tray itself. There's the 3-piece wooden cutouts. And then there's the 5-piece kit of cutouts. And then there are transfers that go for each of those. Again, the one for the round part inside the tray, the one for the cutouts, and the one for all the different little sayings we can use on these. So there's those 3 transfers. I am having a sale on all the components that you've seen here. Hey, Patty. So I'm having a sale on all the components, so you can buy one or all of them. If you buy all of them, you get a super duper discount. So if you're interested in that, comment sale. Okay. Now the colors I'm going to use, I'm going to use Autumny Colors. So I'm going to use...
Ken says he likes the autumn theme.
Good, good. And I'm really hoping that chalk is not going to stop at autumn, and that the next round of new releases we're going to see Christmas decor for the tiered tray, and Valentine's Day decor for the tiered tray, and for every season. I'm really hoping they do that. Anyway, these are the colors I'm going to use, kind of an ombre look. So I'm going to use papaya, pretty orange. I'm going to use camel, which is a medium brown. And I'm going to use dune, which is an almond color. So I'm just staying away from that stark white. So let's see. I'm going to use my chalk paste to paint this. But I'm going to start with some masking tape because I don't want to get the wrong color in the wrong place. And you know what? I'm gonna do it this way. Start at the top, and just because it's got that little indentation that separates the different layers. I'm just going straight up to that. all the way around. This is just so I don't get the wrong color in the wrong spot. Okay. I've got that on the top. Push that down, and now I'm going to do the same thing with this second layer. And then I'll start from it. I could start from the top, or I could start from the bottom. It won't matter because I can turn it over. So, who had that first twinge of looking forward to fall yesterday? You did.
Mhm.
What was that? The weather? Was that weather related?
Yeah, just because it's been so hot,
Yeah.
and I got that first twinge of, you know what, fall's coming.
I
I'm
am,
happy
yeah.
with it being hot, but
I'm enjoying summer,
yeah.
but I am looking forward to fall. And I know as crafters, we can't wait until it is fall or all the supplies will be gone out of the stores. We have to start thinking about fall and Christmas now when it's 180,000 degrees outside. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with my darkest color, which is going to be the bottom. So I am using, what did I say? This is papaya. And I'm going to get a little tray. What did I do with my trays? There they are. So I've got some little plastic trays, and those didn't get washed, but they're kind of stained up, but that's okay. These are clean. And I'm going to put a little bit of the paste in the tray. And then I'm going to take distilled water, and I'm going to thin this down, because this is paste consistency. This is like pudding or Greek yogurt or sour cream. Well, I want it more liquidy, so I'm adding some distilled water. And I'm doing distilled water because distilled water isn't going to grow bacteria, and it doesn't have all of those chemicals and whatever else that are in regular water. So if I have extra, I can put it back in my jar and not worry about growing things that are not good for your paste. So I'm going to kind of stir this up, and give me a paintbrush. I think I'm going to get I'm going to go with the bigger one to start with. And with the brush, I'm going to smash some of those little lumpies. So now this is much thinner, more like paint, because that's what I'm wanting to do. I'm wanting to paint this. And I might have to go over it twice. We'll see. I'm trying to get down there in the center. So is everyone else feeling the same way? You're okay that it's summer, but you're starting to really look forward to fall. I have to keep remembering wintertime when it was cold, 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 and when I kept thinking, oh, I can't wait. And dark. I can't wait till it's summertime. Well, it's summertime, so enjoy it now, girl. Okay. And I'm also going to do...
You know, I'm not even at that point of where I'm really looking forward to fall. I'm just had that twinge of saying,
you know, this is
looking forward to fall. Hi, Cynthia.
Hey, Cynthia, welcome. You too. Looking forward to fall. I try not to be not living in the present. Okay, so that is on, but it's a little bit streaky. So I'm going to dry it, and I'm going to put a second coat on it, and that should cover up. There's my dryer. Is it plugged in? No, it's not plugged in because I was sewing on yesterday's live. Did you watch my live yesterday?
I did.
Yes, you did. I should have worn it. Okay, I'm going to put that down because I can't plug this in with one hand. Okay. In yesterday's live, I actually didn't do any chalking. I took a man's button-down shirt that I got not from my husband's closet, but from the thrift store, and turned it into a cute little apron with just a little bit of sewing. If you didn't see that, follow our page and look back to yesterday's live video and you can see how I did that. It turned out pretty cute. I should have probably worn it today, but it's upstairs. So because this is, I used chalk paste, which is chalk in paste form, thinned it down, so it's really just chalk paint. So it dries pretty quickly. It adheres pretty well. You can see it's kind of streaky.
High C. Kim says high C.
High C or high C. Right.
Patty says she missed it, but she'll watch the replay.
Okay,
Good.
It's only 45 minutes. It was my section on Craft Round the Clock.
Oh, actually, he was saying hi, Cynthia, because
Oh.
he invited Cynthia.
Oh,
Well, thank you.
awesome. Thank you for inviting Cynthia. You should all invite someone. That's something we are trying to work on. We are trying to get more viewers to our page. Now, right now, because I'm in Facebook jail, they have flat out told me they are not putting my content very high on the feed. So very few people are getting our stuff because of, I'm not going to criticize Facebook on Facebook, but I didn't deserve it and I disputed it, and of course there are no humans to review the disputes, so I'm just waiting out my 14-day sentence. 14 more day sentence. And they rub it in your nose because every time I log on, it pops up a banner that says, you are restricted from going live for 14 days. It's like, I know. And they do it several times a day. Okay, so I'm going to dry this a little bit more. I can actually put that down without getting it on my... So much better coverage. If you are so inclined to do what Ken did and invite somebody, that kind of overrides what Facebook does. Facebook's not going to show my stuff. I'll just have you guys share it out. So we certainly appreciate any of that you do. Why I must be frustrated because I'm trying to dry this fast.
He is laughing that you're in Facebook jail.
I'm so glad he's laughing. I'm so glad you find humor in it, Ken.
Well, he thinks of it as a badge of...
Badge of honor?
A badge of honor, yeah.
But did you, well, I probably shouldn't go into it, but did you hear why? It's all Bill's fault.
It's all my fault.
It's all his fault.
I see you tee my hand, and she said something about me needing to get it back together.
I used the word that happens when you use a sharp instrument and you penetrate. Oh, I better not say that. And you go through the skin and you cause that red stuff to ooze out, and then you need stitches. Well, I just explained what he did in not graphic terms. I just said he CUT himself with a KNIFE, and they said I was inciting violence. I am a violence inciter. Okay, so my next one is going to be this camel color. So same thing. This one's a little thinner, so I may not dilute it, because that's pretty thin.
Well, Christy sent you a whole bunch of hearts.
Well, thank you. Hearts to me in jail. In Facebook jail. Okay, so I'm trying to go careful so I don't blob this into the orange. I get a star. You get a star for me going to Facebook jail?
I'm trying to like it, and it says it's been removed. Did you remove that comment, Ken? Because it's still on my screen. I give you a thumbs up. Does that work? Hey, you'll be glad to know, Ken, that it was. Yeah, you're now in the club, Mom.
Thanks.
Ken, I wasn't even doing anything stupid this time.
No.
Normally, when I CUT, I've been doing something stupid, and this time it wasn't me doing something stupid. It was actually a mechanical failure of my knife.
Kip, don't say that word.
Oh, sorry.
Of his cutting instrument. Honestly, I don't know specifically. They just said that my comments went against Facebook community standards in inciting violence. So apparently that computer bot felt offended. Plus, they keep giving me notices that they are muting my videos because of copyright infringement on music that we're playing. We're not playing music. We aren't infringing on anyone's copyright.
Maybe you just have a musical voice.
Maybe I have such a melodic voice.
Ken says, is the orange, white, and blue?
No, the blue is tape. The blue is painter's tape. So that I don't...
Yeah, she just had... Oh. I see what you're saying.
It's the orange, blue, and white. Is that somebody's colors? Maybe that's somebody's team colors. I don't follow teams well enough to know.
Blue and orange would be bonkers.
Well, we were very near Denver, but not for long enough to make me a Denver Broncos fan. Not that I'm not a Denver Broncos fan. I am a non-fan, I guess. Okay, so let me take this tape off. And we are going to paint this part in our dune. Okay, so, there we go.
What's that?
It was tight. I had to use my muscles. Okay.
I used to have those.
This is kind of thin too, so I think I'm not going to dilute it either. Put that there, put that there. I think I'm done with the orange. I put it away. I'm sure I'll think of something I need to use with it. So, because I used distilled water, I can stick that right back in the jar. I need to remember to wash this. And dump that in some water. Put the lid on. Okay, so who's out there? I know Ken's out there. Christy's out there. Yeah, I'm in jail, but that's why if you look at the feed, it says this is being streamed by Bill Bourbonnais, because I can't on mine.
That's right, because I didn't say something silly.
No.
I didn't get caught.
You didn't get caught. Okay.
Christy's there. Cynthia should be there. Patty is probably still there.
Okay. So
it said earlier Kristen Hunter was watching. Kristen, are you still watching? I thought you were out traveling. So
I'm going to go around this side with our dune.
He likes those three colors.
Thank you. I kind of do too.
No, you took the blue off.
I took the blue off. He liked the blue?
Orange and white and blue.
Well, I don't know what autumn is like where you're at.
Well, it used to be smog gray and brown. Yep, Patty's still there. She even said so. Okay, so again, if this is something that you are interested in, I will tell you that two of the transfer I'm using tonight, and the one with the three shapes of the leaf and the acorn and the pumpkin, those are being listed at low quantity, which means they're running low of them in the warehouse. Already.
No doubt they have already reordered, but if they do go out of stock, it's going to be a couple weeks before they come back in stock. So I would hate to have you see this and think, oh, I want to make one of those, and then go to order it and out of stock.
You could always get your own pumpkin.
You could.
We could grow our own pumpkin.
We could try.
We're doing it.
Okay. And with that, just a little bit thicker coat. Well, Ken, I like these three colors. Because I like brown.
Yes, you do. Brown is your favorite color.
Okay. I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to seal this up. And I'm going to quick dry this.
Put that on its side.
Well, I'm going to wait till I have it dry, if you don't mind. It almost looks like candy corn. Not quite candy corn colors.
No, I didn't say I like blue.
Now, I could go through and I could sand the edges and kind of give it a distressed look, but I think I'm not going to. Okay, I'm gonna let that finish drying, and then I'm gonna paint another one of our pieces. This I'm not going to paint. I'm gonna keep this that wood base. This I'm going to do with the antique wax on this to tone that white down. This I'm gonna keep the same, but this little piece right here, instead of keeping that white, I am going to paint it. I'm going to paint it, I believe, I haven't decided, Shimmer Harvest or Shimmer Gold. I'm going to use one of our shimmers. But the thing about our shimmers is they are a little more translucent than our regular paste. So to get that shimmer to go on smoothly, it needs to have a complementary base. So I'm going to just use this camel as my base. And I'm just going to paint over this white. Try to not make a mess without taping it off. Using a smaller brush, just going up to the edges. Saw somebody do that with the shimmery color, and it looked so pretty in the background.
Ken says you should like blue, prison blue.
Prison blue.
We're used to prison
more like
orange.
orange. Had the blue. Was that the Crazy Wing?
No, those were no.
Was that red?
At Banning, green was the helpers.
The yeah.
Blue was something
Like
else. Women were
Warden's
blue.
Pets.
Can't remember them all.
No, didn't the sixth floor wear a different color?
I can't remember. I'm too old.
He only knows all of this about prisons because he went to jail every year.
At Christmas.
At Christmas time.
I was in jail.
He was in jail.
Every year.
Okay. So I believe I'm done with this now.
Ken was in jail every day pretty much.
Yeah, Ken was in jail most every day. They let you out. And I went to jail a couple of years too. A couple of days. A day for a couple of years. Does that make sense?
More Ken.
Baby. Very good, Dad. You never him there. Okay, so I've got that brown base on there, and I'm thinking, I used the copper. I'm going to use the Shimmer Harvest on this.
Where does that go? On the inside?
On the inside. It's just going to be the background color. And my shimmers like to kind of settle a bit. So, take another brush. Do I have another little brush? I do. And
Well, I tell you, the sun took it out of me today. I'm feeling tired.
Yep, Mr. Bill went fishing again. Went floating down the river.
Yep.
Fishing.
It was my day.
Not catching, but fishing.
And you know what? I really didn't mind that much. I mean, it's the first time, that is the first time that I floated the river and not gotten a fish. But it didn't bother me. I just enjoyed floating the river.
Okay, so I'm getting a little bit of shimmer on this. So I'm taking the time to do the backgrounds before we do all the fun stuff of pasting, doing our designs, because we've got to do the prep work. That's the worst part about painting a house, painting a room, all the prep work. Prep work takes 5 times as long as the actual painting. Okay. So, I don't know if you can see the shimmer as well as I can.
I'm going to go to the top and we'll find out.
Okay. You can kind of see some shimmer there.
A little bit, yeah, right there.
There you go. Some of that is wet, but some of that is shimmer. Okay. And I had to put that base coat on for this to show up in one coat. Okay, so that's done. And then I want to do one more. I want to do our rolling pin. I want to do it with our dark wax. So
what is that rolling pin made out of? Is that
wood? It's made out of wood. Okay, so I'm taking, this is dark wax, paste wax, and it's tinted with a dark pigment, and it just antiques whatever you put it on. And
yes.
Since we're going to have to wax our wood surface anyway before we paste, and I'm trying to tone down that white just a bit, and I'm going to actually go out here on the handles. So it kind of works like a stain, but it's actually a wax. And stain up those handles. Okay, so I've got that wax on. And I'm going to buff it off because I don't want too much wax on this or my paste won't stick. So there I have kind of toned down that white and it kind of blends more with my tiered tray. Okay, so that's good to go. This I'm going to hit with a dryer. Related to, no, she would have been at La Sierra if she was related to Regina Elliott.
Probably. If I remember right, she had Farrah Fawcett here.
Didn't just about everybody?
Not like Debbie.
Okay, I kind of have that paste on there pretty thick, so it's going to need a little extra time to dry. So I'm going to let it air dry a bit, and then I'll hit it with the dryer again before I go to paste it. Okay, what shall we do first? Let's see. Let's do this little cutie, and let's put words on that. You want to put words on that? We'll put words on one side. Okay, how about leaves are falling, autumn is calling. We've got a bunch to choose from, and I'm going to do both sides. So, never you fear. You guys still here with me? Still have about 5 people watching. So I'm going to give it a quick fuzz I'm going to move it off of this paper. And I'm just putting a little bit of lint on the sticky side. Now this is going to go into this little stand, and it's got a little slot that's about, almost a half an inch deep. So you can kind of see that slotch. My son used to call them slotches. So it's going to sit down in there. So if I centered the design on this, it's going to not be centered because almost a quarter to a half an inch of it is going to disappear into the stand. So I want to make sure I put this up higher than what I think it should be. What are you laughing at?
Ken. He said, I don't remember I was dating the Rubidoux cheer squad.
Shame on you.
No.
Was she a cheerleader? Did you say she was a cheerleader?
Hmm?
Did you say she was a cheerleader?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So leaves are falling, autumn is calling, and I think I'm going to do this in... Okay, so these are the colors I'm going to use. I've got Shimmer Copper, Shimmer Harvest. I've got our Papaya. I've got our Camel. I've got our Dune. I've got Pesto, and I've got Currant Jam. And I picked these colors because we have a palette pack of singles in these colors. So if it's something you were interested in, you could just buy the palette pack instead of buying 6 jars of ink. So how about, I'm going to do the copper because I like copper. Copper. So this is a shimmer, so it's got those mica flecks in there. So I'm just dragging that paste over the screen, and are you overhead?
Overhead. Hold on there. There we go.
Okay, so let's peel and reveal.
Ooh.
Leaves are falling, autumn is calling. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, I'm going to sit that down. I'm not going to clean these yet, so I'm just going to spray it so it doesn't dry in my screen. And I'm going to let that dry. And something on the back. See what I mean? I put it in the stand, and now it is centered.
I get it.
Because I actually lifted it up higher than I thought I needed to. Okay, so on the back of that, I think I'm going to do the wagon and the leaves. So on this, I'm going to do these words, Pumpkin Kisses and Harvest Wishes.
Pumpkin kisses.
So I'm going to, and because this is wood, I am going to wax this. I'm not going to use my antique wax. I'm just going to use my clear surface wax.
Ken said it. Ken said it. He's got my back. He says, that's so cute. I had to put the English on it there.
Okay, so I'm just putting a light layer of surface wax. We do that on wood for a couple of reasons. We want to protect the transfer from pulling up any wood bits or anything like that. And also, when you're using wood, it has a wood grain. So it's got these little microscopic grooves, sometimes not quite so microscopic, but they're like little ditches. And when you go to paste over it, it kind of provides a way for your paste to bleed. So we're using this kind of like spackle to even out, level out those ditches, the grain of the wood. But we don't want so much on there that our paste won't stick. So I did both sides already. And I'm going to feel it. If it feels tacky, I have too much wax on it and I need to buff more off. If it just feels smooth, I've got the right amount. So for this one, I'm going to do Pumpkin Kisses, Harvest Wishes. And this can be centered because it's not going to go in a stand. And thinking I will do this in
one of the colors.
I don't know. Okay, this is going to be black. This is going to be black. 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I missing a piece? Oh, here we go. 5. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it in current jam. If I don't like it, this is because I've waxed it, I could probably clean that off and redo it. But our current jam is a really pretty purpley autumny purple. Autumny purple?
Is that an actual term? An autumny purple.
Autumny purple. Now I know I have to be careful with this wood grain because you really do need a lighter color or a way dark color to make it pop. Any of those middle tones just kind of sit there and don't do much. So let's see how I like this.
It's making faces at you saying purple.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Do we like that?
You know what? Put that back over the top there. I like it better there. Hold on. Here, move it. There you go. Look at that.
Okay, so it looks kind of purpley.
Nice. You're doing good, girly.
Doing good. Okay. So another one. I'm going to spray it so it doesn't completely dry. And I'm going to set that aside. I think I'm going to do this one next. And I think, what did I do? What did I do? Okay, so this one I'm going to do, on the book stack, I'm going to do fall candles, cozy blankets, and sweater weather. So for this one, I think I could do Thanksgiving blessings, I could do give thanks, or I could just do home. Home is kind of year round. So if I did this with home, I could use my little rolling pin for all seasons. So I'm going to give it just a little bit of fuzz. And I've got a little bit here of wood that I don't like how that looks.
Ken, you weren't fast enough. I saw it.
Okay, so what I like about our transfers, you can't do this with regular stencils that are more solid, is I can wrap it around this round surface and I can get really good. Is that crooked? That looks crooked. I can get really good contact.
What you goofing about, doggo?
Okay. So on this one, I think I'm going to do home in black, and I think I'm going to do those leaves in green. So I've got my black paste.
You know that rolling pin needs a stand.
Does it? You'll have to make me one.
Does Bill own a sweater?
Does Bill own a sweater?
I'm trying
Sweater
to
weather?
I don't know if I own a sweater or not. Do I still own a
I
sweater?
don't think you do anymore. It's probably in a box somewhere. Okay,
It's in a box somewhere if I do.
I'm going to start with the black. Just go over the letters for home. And before that dries, I'm going to switch to my green, my pesto. Do those leaves.
Green's my color. I gotta admit that pesto is a really nice looking green.
And that's pretty thin. I'm afraid that's going to bleed. We shall see. Let's get it peeled up. bad. Okay, so there's our
Home.
our home pie roller. Okay.
I really think that needs a stand. I'll
Well,
have to
honey,
figure out how to make a stand for you for
you'll
that
have
little
to 3D print me something. It's like a
Maybe.
block with a...
Maybe.
Okay, it's getting hot in here. Is it hot in here, or is it just me?
It's just you, baby.
Okay,
You're a hottie.
so let's switch now to this puppy, and this is wood and it's painted, so we're going to wax it also. And while I'm here, I might as well do both sides.
Might as well.
I can do the farm fresh pumpkins on the other side.
Farm fresh pumpkins.
So I'm going to wax both sides.
Wax elegant. Eloquent.
Okay. Put it on that. And let's start with, okay, what is shortest? Fall candles? Is that shorter than, yes. I'm going to put the shortest phrase up top. Try to center it.
That's a good boy.
And I'm going to do flush right. Okay. Okay, and I'm just going to do this in black.
Do it in black. Now, why did you choose to do flush right?
Just
to make it different?
Okay. Fall candles.
Ooh.
Okay. And let's switch over to cozy blankets.
Ken says he loves pumpkin pie, cookies, bread. Just saying. You know what?
Hey, come on up.
Come on
I'll
up. We
make
got
you
all
some.
of it.
Okay. Just so I don't smudge that.
Actually, my wife just made me a cherry pie.
Billy boy, Billy boy.
And I ate most of it.
I think there's still 2 pieces left.
And
Getting past the point of no return?
no, it's just, I'm too much sugars.
Okay. And I'm going to...
And the cherries came off of our cherry tree.
Yes, that was
First time.
homegrown cherries and handmade pie crust.
And no dog hair that we know of.
Well, I'm sure there is some. Okay.
Didn't get enough apricots this year. You know, our apricot tree and our nectarine tree were full. And then we had a hailstorm that just pelted this place in June. And it just, oh my goodness, the damage was severe. But we had 9 apricots left and no nectarines.
Cozy blankies. I like it. And I just got...
Oh boy. Up, Duke. There you go. Good boy.
Okay.
I understand why our numbers have gone down. We don't have Duke on the...
That's why.
We need Duke on the camera more.
Okay. And sweater weather down at the bottom.
Does Bill own a sweater? What kind of question is that?
He owns jackets. He has switched over to flannels.
I'm a flannel guy now.
He's a flannel.
I earned my flannel here. Besides, I'm covered in dog hair too, all the time.
Ooh, I'm liking it.
Okay, lift it up closer to the camera.
Okay, so
There you go.
fall candles, cozy blankets, sweater weather. Okay, let me finish drying this. We'll turn it over and we will do farm fresh pumpkins.
Hey, you're a flannel guy too. I don't know, I think you're more of a mountain man in some of those photos I've seen.
Okay, and let's see, I'm going to pull this out because I'm going to turn this over. And just in case that's not completely dry, I'm going to give it a soft place to land. So I'm going to do farm.
Ken says, flannel all the way. I was told when I got up here that I had to earn my flannel.
Farm.
Did you earn your flannel?
Okay, farm fresh.
Real goodness.
And you know what? I didn't, probably should fuzz that. Looks crooked.
How hot is it down there today, Ken? Did I mention that I like pumpkin pie, pumpkin bread, and pumpkin cookies? Yes, yes, you did.
Yes, and we like baking them.
We'll make them here. And yes, he earned his flannel. How did you earn your flannel? I was cutting trees and
sawing wood,
chopping wood, and I was doing the lumberjack thing for a little while.
fresh.
So, we got according to Ken his pumpkin bread and his pumpkin pie and his pumpkin cookies.
I don't know.
Somehow we gotta
to
get him
find
up
his
here,
way
maybe.
up here.
I gotta get him up here somehow and show him what real mountains look like.
Okay, and pumpkins.
91 there. I'm 105
Oh,
here
that's-
today. Right now. It's 105 outside right now. Our hottest time of the day is 4 o'clock, typically every day. 4:30. Oh, you built a cabin. Good for you. That sounds like fun, actually.
That would earn your
That
plaid.
earn your flannel.
Okay, so here's our farm fresh pumpkins.
I just rebuilt a donkey barn. Does that count?
Okay, I'm going to stick that over in the tray. And let's see, what else do I need? Okay, I need to work on this. And I think that is dry, but this definitely needs some wax. Mix that in there. And I think that is the one that's going to say, give thanks.
Sounds like a song.
Okay. Almost done. Almost done here. Okay, so this will say give thanks. And I'm going to fuzz it quite a bit because I really don't want it to pull up that paint that I put down. And this just kind of a snug fit. That's okay. I'm going to stick it down. And I'm going to do this in black also. And we'll do two more sides. And then we'll be done with part 2. Or actually, you know what? We've had you guys on for an hour and I already have to do a part 3. So I'm thinking I will do the other 2 sides. Ooh, runny. Kind of runny.
Back toward you. There you go.
There you go. Good,
I
thanks.
like that. That looks nice.
I can probably touch it up a little bit later. Okay, so I'm going to call that quits for tonight. And let me show you what we've got
Patty
done.
says, hey guys, just went on Facebook and found us.
You just found us on Facebook.
Well, I would hope so. That's where we're at.
Do you not get notifications? Are you saying you didn't realize we were on and you were just browsing Facebook? Okay, so I got all my pastes and we will finish these up. We will finish these up tomorrow.
Okay, well, show us what you did tonight.
So here's our tiered tray that we made. And here is our book stack. And on one side, we wrote Farm Fresh Pumpkins. And on the other side, fall candles, cozy blankets, and sweater weather. So we're going to stick that. I could do it like that. Do it like that. Yeah. Well, there's more things that are going to go on this. Okay, and then I have our leaves are falling, autumn is calling. So I think I'll put that there. And then on our little cutting board, we have pumpkin kisses and harvest wishes. That can go up there. And we have our little rolling pin, our little home rolling pin. And yeah, dear, it needs a stand.
No, I'm. This is not what a tiered tray is for. It's to hold pumpkin cookies.
Well,
trays are meant to hold cookies and cupcakes and stuff.
Okay, dear. Okay, so we're gonna figure out where we're gonna put all of this good stuff. We'll work on that. That's the next thing I have to learn, because we're gonna have all of these to put on tomorrow, and we'll see what else we can add to it. But here is the beginnings of our tiered tray. Shove that out a little bit further. I hope you like it. I like it. It's coming along. Again, if you're interested in the transfers or the cutouts or the tray itself, comment sale, because it's on sale in my VIP group for a couple more days. And some of the things are low stock, so don't wait too long if you see something that you like. So here it is.
There it is.
Here it is. You know what? I'm gonna.
Oh, there it is. It's all there.
I'm gonna hold it up a little bit and pose. Is that crooked?
Is it crooked? No. You're doing fine. I'm looking for my picnic table
Okay.
post right now.
There we go. So there's our little pretty picture, so we don't have a goofy face on our video.
That's the important
And that's it for tonight. Stay tuned for part 3, where we're going to finish up these little goodies and see what else we can add to our tiered tray. But thank you so much for joining us on our little project, and we will see you tomorrow evening. So bye-bye.